You guys can't really see it, but I got this cool Avatar Last Airbender shirt. Make tea, not war. I don't know, if you know, you know, but it's kind of dope. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction and commentary. Today, we're going to be hopping into In the Mood for Love. I'm excited to jump into this one because this one's been lingering on the Patreon poll for a good bit, and I'm finally going to be able to watch this. Now, if you haven't been on the Patreon, we have these, really cool polls that have a laundry list of all types of movies from all different spectrums. And it's also just a really cool time seeing everybody wanting their movie to win. It's pretty dope. I love the community. But one of the polls, one of the films that won was Everywhere All at Once, I believe, or Everywhere or Everything Everywhere Happening All at Once. One of that film, one of the movie that has just came out. That won the poll, and I'm just letting everybody know that I am going to be watching that. However, it doesn't release for streaming until I think June 7th. So if you are wondering where that upload is, considering that this one ranked higher than this film right here, it's probably going to come during June 7th or a little bit after June 7th. I am excited about watching that, but really cool being able to finally get to In the Mood for Love. I have no idea what this film is going to be about, and you already know that I love being able to say that, and I love being able to, hop into something like this knowing nothing about it. I think that's a really cool and enjoyable way to digest something that is palatable. So I hope that you guys enjoy this experience, and as always, if you want to be able to support the channel, the best way to do it is through Patreon. You guys know the drill with that. You can also support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. And at the end of the day, I just want you to sit back, relax, get your popcorn and snacks, depending on what this movie is. Who knows? That could be not the case. But as always, guys, I just want you to just chill as we hop right into In the Mood for Love. As always, if you want to be able to listen and hear everything that I have to say about this film, because I do cut and edit these and, make it digestible in a quantity size for YouTube, definitely check out the Patreon where you can have the uncut version. You can link up your copy of the film with mine and have a blast with it. Word. Okay. This is looking like a Chinese film. That's cool. I had no idea. Like I said, I'm jumping straight into this. I don't want to jump to a conclusion or anything, but it's always interesting how you can automatically feel something with substance. You can just know that great lengths of artistic vision and passion was put into this within the first couple of seconds of the film. So that's exciting. I mean, already, I like the style of this film. They haven't introduced any plot points of any kind. The only thing I can remember is, the little passage before the movie even began. But it is following these two specific characters. We have this guy and then we have this girl, but they're kind of like somehow going to be interlinked. I feel like this film would be beautiful in black and white as well. It looks gorgeous in color, but I feel like this is one of those films that could just look just as good black and white, mainly because of the compositioning. This is really well shot. Damn, that is a really good shot. This film is shot beautifully. I actually have a really cool video I shot when I was actually in Chinatown, which is, pretty funny considering the film. But I kind of shot it similar to this, too, because I wanted to focus on frame work, and especially frames within frames. So this film is kind of sparking some really cool memories of that.
係啊，陳太未翻我。冇有個朋友遲啲要去新加坡，想睇。
Like even this shot right here, and no worries, I'm reading the dialogue. I can do multiple things at once. But I love that this shot is just to the left. It's dominantly to the left. They're taking out the person he's talking to. And there's this unique framework that's happening that makes that shot super in his conscious. It's very subconscious, I should say, the shot reminds me of. It gives me that feeling. I think it plays even more so, making it more personal of an experience as well.
我打電話約停太，話我聽日上去公司攞1兩寶，順便請佢飲茶。
你啊想啊，我同佢講咗啦。
I love that it's breaking the rules too. I love that. That's such an interesting shot to cut to, considering where they're positioned at.
應該放工喎，一齊接佢放工啊！
費事同你講啊。
See how he's like in the front now, but in the other shot he was to the side almost as if he was against the wall. That's awesome.
唔使啦，今晚我返夜。
There's a lot of really neat French new wave of experimentation with the camera angles as well too. If you guys are really deep into anime, I highly recommend a series called the Monogatari series, Monogatari. And if you already know it, then hey, that's what's up. That's like really in the clutch. So good work. And not just intimacy with, you know, each other or with the people around them, but, you know, obviously while they're in the spaces to themselves. I mean, you can just see how that's reflected in how they're shooting this with the music as well. Everybody is blurred out. It just seems like they're in deep contemplation all the time.
出奇咪出奇，不過好似同埋一個男仔一齊。
或者佢啲朋友嚟啦。
Yeah, and I think he knows. I think he knows. Interesting how we didn't see his face during that moment when, out of all the shots we've seen his face in, that was definitely the moment to show his face, his reaction to that.
冇，我諗住揾佢哋傾下偈啫。你一個人啊？
係啊。
I feel like these shots also help the way she's able to say these lines. Like the dialogue hits so much harder because of how these shots are framed. Like they take on a whole different undertone to them, which is essentially this entire film, really.
叫你得閒先打俾佢。我幫你斟杯咖啡。
I feel like that moment was almost like slowed down purposefully, unless that was just the film doing that.
下次先啦，慢慢打。
I wouldn't be surprised if they had dinner together. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for them to have dinner together. Not to say that I endorse it. Okay.
咁堂弟約你出嚟，其實有啲嘢想請教你。你今早拎住嗰
Well, they're having dinner.
有件事想請教下你嘅。
咩咧？
你條呔喺邊度買？
The first time the camera's moving like this. That's interesting.
先生都有條呔同你一模一樣嘅。佢話係佢事頭送俾佢嘅，所以日日都戴住喎。
Yep. Yeah. Ouch. Yikes. That's terrible. That sucks. That's unfortunate.
你係想講咩啊？
Both of their partners are cheating with one another. That's a shame. If that's the case, I endorse all of this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I just feel so bad for them. Seriously. I mean, anybody who's gotten cheated on,
我真係講唔出
like,
口。
that's terrible. That's a terrible thing to do to somebody. Seriously, stop. If you're a cheater, stop. You should stop doing it. It's a really bad thing. You're not a good person. Love that the frames are reflective of this intimacy as well. Very tight frames here. Very tight. This is so great because, I mean, if you guys are wondering why I'm talking so much, it's because the film allows me to do this. This is so interpretable. It's so digestible. And I can tell it's doing a great job at it because I can't shut up. And I'm not going to. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not sorry. I mean, damn. You want the definition of down bad? I feel so sorry for this dude. His wife is on a business trip with another man in Japan.
點解每日要問自己做錯啲咩啫？無謂嘥啲咁嘅時間啦。我唔想咁落去。
What he said there was crazy. That was crazy insightful.
係咩？咁啱嘅。
係咯，又會咁啱。
Love this frame too with the cages. Right here, I'm sure it's not a cage. Well, actually, it is a cage. But I love that it almost seemed like they were together within this cage. Two lovebirds trying to be set free. Damn, how many of y'all had that moment, you know? The way they are again able to use space as intimacy is quite phenomenal. I'm not even sure where this is shot at, but it looks like it's, within the closet or something. But again, this frame just makes it feel so intimate, so personal. It almost seemed like she almost didn't want to leave the frame right there. Damn. See how quickly she just had to just decompress as soon as she closed that door. She is nervous. She got the butterflies in the stomach. Damn.
我哋唔會好似佢哋咁嘅。
Good. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. That's so good to hear. I was like, yeah, why are you guys trying to act like you're partners? You guys are two different people. Don't act like them. I'm sorry. Damn.
嗱，個湯要做咧呢，侬不要逼出介許多夢啦。兩夫妻常常分開呢，總歸不大好。
Jesus, man. You're not even. That's so frustrating. That's frustrating. Again, clever framing. Making spaces intimate. I love it. It's so well done.
我知你唔會離開你老公，我想行開下。
Damn. Oh, man.
我冇諗過你真係會中意我。
我都冇諗過。
I honestly just think y'all should, be intimate. Get intimate. Everything else has been intimate besides your bodies. Okay?
我以後唔會再揾你噶啦，好好地睇住你老公。
Damn. You can see the pain in his voice. I said you can see the pain in his voice. Somehow that makes sense. Damn, she wants to. She just wants to run the other way, run with him. But I'm sure the dynamic of husband and wife, especially in a, Chinese traditional culture is very different. You know, that's why it just makes this so interesting. Because we hold a lot, you know, as Americans, we hold a lot of individualism and, you know, individual freedom. Not to say that they don't have that, but, you know, there's different agencies with different cultures because of different historical backgrounds. So all I'm saying is that, you know, yeah, the obvious choices just run away. It's complicated for reasons that are just complicated. Very cool. Very cool way to shoot that. I love that. They did something similar with her character earlier in the film. I don't think I commented on it, but that's really cool. He's probably happy that she just left in general, you know? To it exist anymore. Wow. Those are powerful words right there. What is he, whispering a secret in there? To kind of go back to what they were talking about, like whispering secrets and then filling it up with mud so the secrets don't come out. Dude's probably like, what are you doing, man? That's a powerful shot, though. Wow. Wow. The fact that they're even able to tie in what I'm assuming is, you know, some ancient culture. I'm not sure if it's like within Singapore or relations to China, but as we can now see, he's filled up the hole with, you know, mud so the secrets can be kept safe in there. Which is kind of, you know, similar to even the architecture of this building, you know, ancient architect. You know, like secrets. There are secrets hidden within these lands, basically. Secrets that may never be heard of again, but they're there. At least that's my interpretation of it. He remembers those vanished years, as though looking through a dusty window pane. The past is something he could see but not touch. And everything he sees is blurred and indistinct. The end. Wow. That was wow. That was a joyful ride. All right, everybody, and I think that is the end to In the Mood for Love. All right, everybody, we just got done In the Mood for Love. This was a fantastic and I would like to say inspiring experience that I was able to, you know, graciously sit through for the first time. And, you know, again, there are films that I watch, and then there are, you know, films that just I experience, I think. And whether I experience them or not is not necessarily completely up to me at times. Sometimes the art form can just penetrate past all those barriers and really connect to me as a core, as an artist, and, you know, further my excitement and my inspiration for creating art in ways that are different, in ways that are challenging, that are infinitely interpretable, but more so in a way that can convey an emotion as best as possible. And a lot of times we think that films have to say it, right? or even when you visually shoot something. You know, a lot of people tend to put too much emphasis on like, this is the reason why it was shot like this because of this and that and this and that and this and that. And it becomes less interpretable, and you're unable to digest it because the theme is like right there smacking you in the face. And another film that this ironically really reminds me of, even though they're like two different things, but is Lost in Translation. If I can remember correctly, Lost in Translation was also a film that connected deeply with individuals who are struggling or just trying to navigate this emotion that we call love, which is a flood of a lot of things. But I think one of the beautiful things that both of these films are able to do is showcase intimacy within space. In Lost in Translation, we saw that being conveyed beautifully through cinematography and, you know, I would like to say also like color grading as well too. Just how colors were used, you know, and this taking place in a giant city like Tokyo. So being able to really showcase intimacy in a space such as that is very difficult and very challenging, but they did an excellent job with that. But I would actually say In the Mood for Love takes a step further, rather than, you know, the landscape being, you know, grand, which it isn't. They went deeper into the intimacy of people and almost like their everyday lives. Whereas Lost in Translation seemed a little bit more extravagant. In the Mood for Love felt a little bit more confined. And I love that. I love that we were able to witness something like that being conveyed in that way, you know, from the cinematography, from just the acting as well, you know, the unique techniques that were being portrayed throughout this film, you know. It's very fascinating and it's inspiring, and I think it does more than what, let's say for instance, a regular story about, you know, lovers who find out that their lovers are cheating with one another, right? It's not necessarily that drama, but it's more so a psychological deep dive into what two people do during that moment, you know, especially with the mind state of that. And when you incorporate a bunch of other things that obviously I may never know, because I'm, you know, I didn't grow up within the culture of China. I didn't grow up within the economic state of China, but I can see sprinkles of that, you know, where poverty is a thing, you know, and the working class is a thing. The dynamics between husband and wife and, you know, family is a thing. And how they look at it compared to, let's say, for instance, you know, Americans. And there's no right or wrong to it, but it's just such a interesting feeling that I'm grateful for being able to kind of just, you know, challenge my brain to interpret and to analyze and to educate myself. And I think that's why, just in general, international films, or just films of any kind, doesn't matter where, or, you know, if it's international or not, I really do challenge, and I hope that all of you are just as open as I am when it comes to embodying different art forms, whether if it's, you know, for the better of your taste or not. So I just hope that this was able to inspire some people out there. I hope I did a good job at wrapping up some of the things that I felt. But I really love that film. That was incredible. Like always, guys, stay healthy and stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.